Oh, you're great. Would you right there? I got plenty of space. Remind me which song is whack.
It's the first one. What's the first one? I'll stand back. See, just so
Let us turn towards you. We've had accidents. A lot of my stuff.
at least it's not a long neck banjo. That gets you right behind.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Welcome, everyone. It's March 1st.
Wow.
Just- I'm amazed I know that. No, it's March 1st, which means that we have new music in this new month. I'm excited about that, really excited about the music. And here's a reminder. We put words on the screen up here, not just for fun. We do that because we want you to sing the words that are up on the screen. We're going to start this morning with a song called Seed to Sow. And let's right now plant seeds of peace. Hear, hear. Yeah. So sing along with us, please. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Some people quietly reveal in the manner of the meek. Some people shout the way they feel to a radical degree. Sometimes it's me. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people sing it to express, while others hear another call. Some people speak with subtleness, some don't rely on words at all, no. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. We are all pieces of the whole, with different feelings to evoke. Giving distinction to the role, different players, different strokes, yeah. Let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people walk, some people race, some bury their pace. But love will use what you will give. Surrender to your state of grace. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow.
I know. I can tell. Happy Sunday at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens. I'm Linda Brewer, and I feel so blessed that I have the privilege of welcoming all of you here this morning. both all of you in the room and those of you in our virtual sanctuaries on Facebook and YouTube. Love streamers, please say hello so we know you're there, because we can't see you. So, and know how grateful we are to have you as part of our community. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. If you're willing to recommit to our spiritual growth as a community and your own personal, please say with me our promise statement. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we want to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all living creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talent, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. Thank you. Our theme this month is What If? And Reverend Cindy's talk is called A World of Pure Imagination. And our special music today, and standing in with the band, always a treat, Mandy Dancing. We're so glad to have you here. Our practitioners serving today are Selena Baugh. Ah, yes. Okay. Sharing a reading in a time of sacred silence before our centering music leads us into her lovely prayer. And Therrell Hinckley holding high watch throughout this service, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. Remember, you can start your Sunday at 9:30 down in the Retreat Center where we have a book study every month. This is a place to dive more deeply into the things we talk about here on Sunday morning. This month's book is Beyond Anxiety, Curiosity, Creativity, and Finding Your Life's Purpose by Martha Beck. Everyone's welcome, and you do not have to have read the book in order to take part in the conversation, so check that out downstairs. All right, do we have anyone with us today for the first time? If so, if you'll raise your hand, we would love to welcome you. All right, right here. Thank you so much for being with us. If you haven't already done so, we have a gift for you at the hospitality table outside, as well as some information about our center. And we affirm for you and everyone here this morning that you will experience a blessing here. So thanks for being here. And now I want to invite Reverend Cindy to come up to share something very important before I do the rest of the announcements.
I am. Good morning, everyone. It's that time of year that we're unfolding, unrolling, unveiling food, fun, and friends. So let me just give you a little tidbit about it. First of all, in the last few years, what have I done? I've gone river rafting with Rick. I've learned how to make sourdough bread with Selena. I've got a special concert from Mothership with an Italian dinner. I can go on and on all the fun things that have happened. Brent and I usually host a Hanukkah dinner. We did a pool party last year. There's so many ways that we can support our center, and this is my most favorite way. All you have to do is come up with an idea, what you want to host. And maybe you're not a chef, and that's okay, but you want to invite 4 people to your favorite Chinese restaurant. Great. Maybe you want to go bowling with Ruth and Robert. They usually do that every year for us, and I'm always there rolling my 80 points or whatever, my gutter balls, and a few strikes in between, but having a blast with everyone. So think about what you want to do. If you are a person that loves to cook, cook dinner for for a group of people. Or teach us how to make a dish that you love making. Like I'm waiting for Selena to teach pasta making. And because she's been to Italy and a few times. So anyway, whatever you come up with. Last year, my wife taught people how to make baklava. That was a big hit. So come up with your idea. Now here's how it works. The person that is doing the event is taking care of the expenses of the food. The people, all of us, we bid on the event, and that money comes right to the center to support us in all that we do, in having our space and paying the rent and having music program and special guests. So it's a win-win all the way around. There are these handouts by the hospitality table, and it's basically a sheet for you to fill in of what your event will be. What I like to say is it's called Food, Fun, and Friends. I know that there's beautiful healers in our community that might want to give a massage or something like that. It's less of a one-on-one and more of a way that we gather community and we meet together and we connect together and we get to know each other. So at the same time, supporting our center. So please get involved, fill this in sooner than later, and we'll all have these events throughout the whole year. So thank you. Back to you, Linda.
It's so fun, and it's so fun to host an event, so I encourage everybody to take part in that. All right, as I share the rest of the things that are coming up, and as always, there's much, please remember you can always find out the details 24/7 on our website, spirituallyfree.org, or our wonderful hospitality team out there can answer any questions. And if you look at that wall, all the flyers are there for you to look at. So there's plenty of ways to find out. All right, since it's the first Sunday of the month, you're all invited after the service to join Reverend Myrna in the Retreat Center for our monthly spiritual practices gathering. Today's session will focus on impersonal spiritual laws that operate in the universe, whether or not we recognize or acknowledge them. They are always working, kind of like gravity, the law of cause and effect, the law of attraction. So if you join her, you will learn how to use those laws for yourself rather than having them control your life in a way that you don't want to do. There will be a light lunch before the gathering. I've heard a rumor that there's some homemade soup involved and some Aussie bites, whatever that is. Go to find. Selena says they're delicious. Go find out. All right, this is a great way to dive more deeply into the other stuff, so do that. This afternoon at 4 o'clock at the Holiday United Church of Christ, Singing Resistance Salt Lake SLC is holding a sing-in. And I know Reverend Cindy and Dell have been very involved in this. This is a great opportunity to join with others to sing songs of hope and resistance and solidarity and probably some peace will be in there. As we continue celebrating the season for nonviolence, this is a wonderful nonviolent way to protest while helping to heal the violence and negativity that are so pervasive in our world today. So please join us at 4 o'clock. And we continue that work a week from Wednesday, March 11th, when we will be hosting the traveling Tibetan monks from the Ganden Sharze Monastery in California, who will be doing a compassion meditation for us. That will be right here at 7 o'clock. Again, very needed in this time of our world of such intense separation. And also on Sunday, March 15th, following the service, the monks will be offering a group healing in the retreat center. So everyone's welcome, and please invite your friends. This is just a great way to help extend the season for nonviolence and to help raise that consciousness of peace and hope in our world today. So, all right. In between those two things, on Friday, March 13th at 7 o'clock is the monthly gathering with our dear friend Rabbi Allen and the crew of the House of Prayers for All People. This Shabbat service is filled with great music and an interfaith sharing of mutual love and respect. It's available online or in person, and this month's special guest will be Carl Moore, who is an indigenous rights advocate, so check that out. Also, speaking of Rabbi Allen, he and Reverend Cindy are offering a New Thought Passover Seder dinner on April the 2nd. During this special event, they'll be guiding the participants through a ritual-filled symbolic meal as part of the enlightened retelling of the great Jewish freedom story of the Exodus from Egypt. So please see the flyer on the wall and the website for more details. And next Sunday during the service is our bi-monthly practitioner wall of prayer. So be here if you'd like to have an in-person prayer during the service. It's a great opportunity if you've never had a practitioner prayer to experience that. So just wanted to remind you, because as I always do remind you, our center was founded on and grounded in prayer. And our prayer practitioners are available to help you in whatever's going on in your life, to recognize there is a divine purpose in what's happening, and they will know that for you until you can know it for yourself. So I invite you right now to settle in, allow Selena's reading, a time of sacred silence, and the centering music to connect you with that spirit that always lives within you, and then Selena will lead us in prayer.
Good morning. So, our reading this morning is actually quotes from 3 different places. The first one's Gandhi. The next one's from our book of the month, the Beyond Anxiety by Martha Beck. And the last one is from the poet John O'Donohue. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the ways of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always. Anxiety can't just be ended. It must be replaced. To live with joy and optimism instead of constant worry. We don't just need to subtract our troubles. We need to use our brains differently. We need practices that guide our thinking into new habitual pathways, new modes of perceiving and relating to the world. I've read many, many books and articles about how to overcome anxiety, but they all stopped at the point of achieving calm. To me, this is like bailing out a sinking boat without plugging the leaks. A good first start, but not the best long-term solution. And a sad place to stop when we're within easy reach of a much, much more joyful way of life. Beauty, the invisible embrace. This is the art of the soul, to harvest our deeper life from all seasons of our experience. If we could but realize the sureness around us, we would be much more courageous in our lives. The frames of anxiety that keep us caged would dissolve. We would live the life we love in that way, day by day, free from our future, from the weight of regret. So we're just going to move into a time of stillness. We'll have some beautiful music, and I'll be back with a prayer.
I will make a quiet quiet place within my mind, and I will open to my God, open to my God. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will open to my God, open to my God, and I will open to my God, open to my God.
And as I open my heart, I'm filled with gratitude for this beautiful day that we're sharing. The sunshine, the beautiful flowers I saw poking up yesterday. This philosophy, all those that are joining us today in this room and virtually, sharing this time together in community and love. And it's from this place that I easily recognize that one presence and power that's always moving in and through life. Every place, always, without circumference, for it is forever expanding into the next greater yet to be. Moving this day and always as divine right action, absolute intelligence, love, compassion, strength. And as I recognize these attributes of the one, I know that I am part and parcel of that one. And as I know this truth for myself, I know this truth for all. That each of us are divine expressions of that one. Always connected to the source, to each other, and yet individualized. Each here to bring forth that which calls to our hearts with love and gratitude and joy, compassion for all. And it's from this place of true knowing these truths of the one presence in each of us that I bless this service today. Every person in this room, our band, our AV team, those joining us virtually, our dear Reverend Cindy as she shares her message this day, opening our hearts and minds to all that we can be. So I just release this word. It's spoken as together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Selena. I want to thank Manu Danzig for playing along with the band today. I want to thank Mark in the back playing drums, covering for Ricardo today. Thanks so much. We're so lucky to have such talent around us. Once again, there will be words up on the screen. This is an invitation to sing along. This is a great song. It's a kind of a gospel tune that rocks out, thanks to Rory and Delan's amazing voice. But no matter how awesome they are, this is not a performance. Please sing along. One, two, three. Thanks so much. It's my pleasure to introduce our special music today. I want to say, acknowledge that Mandy Danzig was a key part of a wonderful fundraiser we did back in December, Everbloom Unplugged. That concert was so much fun. Mandy played a key role, wonderful music, wonderful original songs. Those flash drives of that concert, if you weren't able to attend, they're still available. I've got some with me today if you'd like to buy some. I'm so grateful for Mandy and her good friends giving their time and talent to provide a wonderful concert, and all those funds donated back to the center's music program. I'm so grateful. She's going to be at the Sing-In, by the way, this afternoon over at United Church of Christ. That'll be a great fun, great music. She is an amazing songwriter, so thoughtful in the way she puts music together and has, such an uplifting and poignant message. So grateful to have her here. Mandy Danzig.
Thanks, Rick. Well, I heard the theme was pure imagination. I was like, I think I will play 2 brand new songs and see how they go. So there is a possibility you might need to use your imagination, is what I'm saying. This first one is really, my oldest child is a fiber artist, and so they were learning about weaving, and that meant I was also learning about weaving. And you have the warp, which is the lines that are set on the loom, and then the weft that you weave through that. And I was like, so some of this is not in your control in the middle of the process, and some of it is. I thought that was interesting. Dawn on the edge of night, like a knife it cuts the velvet darkness. Day has come, tapestry woven from the threads of time. On and on, warp and weft together, weave the patterns that we see. So follow the thread of joy and trust that others will believe. Black on the edge of white, pick left or right, it's hard to know which thread to choose when the ends seem wrong and all the hues feel confused. Warp and weft together, weave the patterns that we see. So follow the thread of joy and trust that others will believe. Although the warp is set, there's still room for design. The weft will weave the thread we pick into the design. To follow the thread of joy, weave it faithfully. It's the only pattern we can know. And if the ends seem wrong, the thread of joy will always show the way to go. Warp and weft together, weave the patterns that we see. So follow the thread of joy and trust that others will believe. Follow the thread of joy, follow the thread of joy, follow. Oh, thank you. Thanks for listening.
Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. Mandy, I love that. Follow the thread of joy. What a great talk title. I might have to borrow that from you. And by the way, the sing-in today, Mandy's been a major part of bringing the first one to you as well. And imagine this, I'm sitting in a living room with Mandy and Holly and Mindy and Delanne, and then there's me that I love to sing, I just don't sing the way they sing. And you know what? It didn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you have a voice, use it. So if you can come today, this is a perfect way to be in this 64 days season of nonviolence, because we get to come together in a nonviolent, peaceful way and feel solidarity and use our voices and be heard. But thank you for being here today. So as I said, this is day 30 of the season of the 64 days season of nonviolence. And today's lesson, the word is amends. Amends. Amends are reparation and compensation for injury. Make amends today. Apologize to someone you may have hurt, or think of someone else you can do to make things right. Amends. Taking responsibility means engaging critically with your actions, not delegating all of the thinking to someone else. So think about this. What must you relinquish to make amends? And here's the invitation for an action. What is something else you have done or participated in that you could make amends for? Ooh. Maybe it was when you were a kid. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. Take the first step in making amends. So, here we are, March. Happy March. The topic this month you heard is what if, and I'll be explaining those sheets that were on your chairs when you came in. Give me a moment, we'll get there. And today, the power of the world of pure imagination. And I love that because I remember as a kid how easy it was to imagine. I remember I lived in California when I was really young, and I got the blessing of going to Disneyland. And after I went once, I used to lay in my bed and remember going to Disneyland. Maybe that's why I had that dream, Rick. I had a dream with Rick and Shemaine. We were at an amusement park, but anyway. I used to lay in my bed and imagine being on the rides. And it felt so good. Like in that moment, I wasn't in a place of woe is me about anything. I just was in this beautiful energy of joy and vibrancy. And what if I get to go back to Disneyland? So truly, imagination is not childish. It's something that we as adults really need to use on a daily basis. Look, I acknowledge that there's a lot of tension in the world these days. And sometimes we're uncertain, sometimes it feels divided, and a lot of times we feel anxious. That's why we're using the book of the month we're using. Beyond anxiety. So the central idea about this is that anxiety constricts possibility. Anxiety constricts imagination and creativity. And you heard in the reading that Selena did that we can't just make anxiety go away, so that's what I'm here to talk about today. So Martha Beck says in the book that anxiety really isn't our enemy. It's a signal. And when anxiety arises, that's when we go into our imagination and our creativity. But what happens typically? Anxiety arises and we go into that thinking of, oh my God, the world's going to end. What if the worst thing happens? What if I'm homeless? What if we get bombed? What if I get a diagnosis? What if? Man, I've spent many years what ifing in a way that wasn't productive to my life. So I'm really happy to talk about what if in this particular way. So the other what ifs that I've had in my life that stopped me were, what if I fail? What if I just don't do good at this thing? What if I'm too old? What if things fall apart? We all have our what ifs. But I want to switch it up. What if we move from a fear-based what if to a what if the best thing possible is ready to happen right here and right now? See, the same imagination that what ifs disasters is the same imagination that can what if a transformation. We have what we need already, you guys. It's right here. So, Selena read this. I'm going to read this again from the book of the month. Anxiety can't just be ended. It must be replaced. To live with joy and optimism instead of constant worry, we don't just need to subtract our troubles. We need to use our brains differently. We need practices that guide our thinking into new habitual pathways, new modes of perceiving and relating to the world. Before I go into the handout and how I want you to work with that, I want to talk about someone in this room. And that's Mark. Mark had his kidney replacement, and he's here with us in person. And we talked before service, and he said to me, first of all, he thanked me and the practitioners for keeping him in prayer. And he attributes the quickness of his kidney transplant to prayer. However, this is what I think happened. Mark was on the phone with his doctor, and his doctor said, well, I'll see you in March unless you get a new kidney. And something sparked inside of him. Wow, what if it happens sooner than later? Because they kept telling him it's going to be 3 to 5 years, you guys, before he is on the right place on the list for this to happen for him. but he went somewhere else. What if this could happen for me? What if that doctor is right? What if all these prayer practitioners holding me in prayer have really made the way for this to happen? He called it a miracle. But he also told me he realized that he got himself in alignment for the what if something good can happen now and not have to wait for 5 years from now. Gosh, how many times do we do that to ourselves? Well, what if I do get this amazing new home or vacation or car, but it's after I do 10 years of struggling and work and making it happen? What if it just happens? Thank you for talking to me about that today, Mark. Thank you. What a spectacular way to start our month of what-ifing ourselves in a different way. So, everybody has a handout, yes? So, this was an idea that came up. It actually came through Megan Stelito. Now, Megan and I, we work together every month. And I was telling her about the theme of the month, and she told me about this project or this process that she has people do. So there's what if on both sides, 2 columns. The column on the left is the what if the worst thing happens? What if I don't make it? What if I fail? The column on the right is the anything possible column. What if I go back to school and I become what I'm meant to be, and everything is in alignment for this to happen? It doesn't matter how old I am or what my challenges are. What if? What if I answer my call instead of on that left side of the column, find all the conditions that might keep me behind or hold me back? So I want you guys to work with this every single day of this month. If you want to do more than one, do more than one, but at least do one. I'll talk about how important this is in a bit, but Martha Beck also talks about how curiosity is a spiritual antidote. And I love that. And how curiosity opens the mind into creativity and being present. See, when I get into an anxious place, I'd rather go to my curiosity about it. Why are you so anxious about this, Cindy? Has this happened before? I used to worry about finances. And the truth is, I've always had the money to make my car payment, to make the mortgage, to have food on the table, to buy gas. So why am I what-ifing that dries up, that it's no longer there? I want to be curious. Where is that coming from? So curiosity. In Science of Mind, we talk about how curiosity aligns us with infinite mind. It also shifts us from trying to be in control to being receptive. I'm saying it to both of you. These two right here. You guys, the moment we try to control, we're not being receptive and in alignment with our good. I've experienced that over and over. So, Ernest Holmes says, we are not the source, we're the channel. In order for us to be the channel, we have to let go of control sometimes. We have to surrender to what's ours to do. So, imagination, back to imagination, is really the divine creator. Imagination is not escaping. It's creation from the earliest form of creation. Everything begins in the mind before it comes to form. Those little spark ideas that you get, pay attention to those. I know you do, Mandy, when you're songwriting. Those little ideas that you get, they become a whole song. Right? The ideas that we get are here to not just transform our life, but to transform the world. So, our book of the month encourages us to reconnect with our creativity. And New Thought reminds us that a thought and a belief and a feeling create a manifestation. So, the world we experience collectively reflects these images that we hold. So again, I said this last week, it kind of sucks when you look at there and you don't like what you're seeing, because we have to do our work. We have to do our internal work. If our internal world is not looking like peace and light and butterflies, then we have to do our work around it. I'm not telling you to ignore the conditions that are happening in the world. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to put on rose-colored glasses and ignore. That's why I'm singing tonight. Because I want to create a world from a place of love, from a place of joy. And when I sing, I feel joy. When I sing, especially with these amazing singers, I feel empowered. I even feel kind of in key when I sing with them, or more in key. It's so much fun. That's the world that I want to create. So, from a world of pure imagination, what if? What if love really guided all of our policy? Yeah. What if belonging, no matter who you are, is the norm? What if justice and compassion were not opposites? They were hand in hand. So I want to ask you to close your eyes just for a second here. And imagine a world where love guided policy. Imagine a world where belonging was the norm. Imagine a world where justice and compassion were not opposites, but they were hand in hand. What does that world feel like? How do people treat each other? And who are you in this world? So I want to emphasize that this inner world creates our outer world. It's so important to sit in that feeling, to build from within. But you know me, I need to give you some practical practices so that we can change that programming in our brain. So, Martha Beck was saying that we have to have practices that guide our thinking into new habitual pathways. So here are some. First one is notice anxiety. Notice it. Don't judge it. Remember, that's your signal. The next way is to ask yourself the empowering what-if questions. What if it all works out? What if my new kidney comes tomorrow? What if I don't fail and I succeed? What if all my dreams come true? Another great tool is affirmative prayer. You can get prayer here on any Sunday after service. You can do it if you can't get to a practitioner. You can get an affirmative prayer by just being grateful for what you have. You can also make an appointment with a practitioner. You can come next week for our wall of prayer. That's what we're all about here. You can also pay attention to your body. We have to engage our senses deliberately and focus on those physical sensations. I did that with my knee recently because I felt like I was stuck at a certain percentage, and I had to have a little discussion with her and say, what's going on here? So the yoga mat came back out. It's in the guest room, but it's out, so I can use it. The intention is every day, at least for a little bit. And it's made a big difference because I paid attention to what my body was telling me. Also, the curiosity practice. When something's going on, say, what am I supposed to know about this? When you feel anxious, you ask kind questions. This is in the book. You be a kind detective. You're gentle with yourself. Where is that coming from, Cindy? Is that the truth? Or is there something else going on? Be kind when you're curious. But be curious. It's a great practice. Also, another great practice is to create sanctuary spaces in your home, or sometimes in your car, where you have something that physically, I talked about this little Kuan Yin here at our class this week, and someone gifted me this Kuan Yin, and she's all about compassion. And so when I see her, it reminds me to be compassionate to myself and compassionate to others. So create those sanctuary spaces for you in your home, in your car, in your heart. A sanctuary space in my body is by putting a hand on my heart and a hand on my belly and just breathing up and down. That's a sanctuary space for me. Sometimes I forget to use it until I remember, oh wait, come home. You're okay. Everything's going to be okay. The last one I have for you is embracing the I don't know. I don't know. You don't always know. The way you do that is you let go of having to be in control and certain about every step you take. I've talked about this with a few people, and that is, since I've been here for 3 years, one of the things I really wanted to manifest or have happen for our center was a sacred activism ministry. And we've done some things, and people are always interested, but you know what? How it's happening now? Through the singing resistance. It's not necessarily through Center for Spiritual Living, although I am sure there's going to be plenty of people from the center there today, and we will have our own pod from that group. But the how and the why and the where and the when didn't matter to me. What mattered to me was having sacred activism be a part of my life and my community's life. So, these practices will help reframe it in your brain, moving away from habitual anxiety toward creativity, connection, and being present in the moment. So I'm going to end with this. When I work on talks, they're with me all week long, and earlier in the week I got an email from something called TUT. Some of you might know it. It's a note from the universe. And TUT sent me this week. I had to giggle because I was like, well, isn't that perfect? It said, what if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others live deliberately as they discover they too are as awesome as you. Let's pray. And actually, my prayer is a little bit different today. It comes from a beautiful teacher and practitioner named Cynthia James. This is a prayer for the Middle East. How grateful I am for holy presence, source of life beyond every name, every nation, every border. We hold the Middle East in sacred light, the mothers and fathers, children waking to sirens, the elders who have seen too many wars, the young who deserve futures filled with possibilities and not fear. Wrap every trembling heart in protection. Guide the innocent. Shield the vulnerable. Comfort those who have lost homes, loved ones, or hope. May wisdom rise in leaders. May restraint override retaliation. May courage mean choosing peace over pride. May the ancient land, so rich with history, faith, and devotion, remember their deepest story of shared humanity. For the Jewish families, the Muslim families, the Christian families, for every tribe, every language, every lineage, we affirm the truth that no life is expendable. No child is an enemy. No mother's tears are political. Where there is hatred, breathe understanding. Where there is vengeance, plant compassion. Where there is despair, ignite a fierce and tender hope. Strengthen aid workers, guide peacemakers, soften hardened hearts, interrupt violence before it spreads. May humanity awaken. May love prove stronger than fear. May peace, real, lasting, just be peace rooted in the soil of this sacred region and for the world. And may every soul there feel, even now, that they are not forgotten, as we are all connected. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. So it's time for our practice of circulation. The ushers are coming forward, and I want to do a quote from Joseph Murray, a New Thought minister and writer. So get your gifts ready, and then the ushers will go through the room. Abundance is a state of consciousness. It is a mind conditioned to divine supply. Forever flowing. Wealth is your idea, desire, talent, urge for service, capacity to give humankind, your ability for usefulness to society, and your love of humanity in general. It really is just another practice that we get to practice here at our center. Because I want you to know how grateful I am for all of you, because we co-create this community together. We create a community where we can have such a beautiful music program and musicians and guest speakers and events. So thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing. And let's bless these offerings. Thank you, Ruth. Outstretch your heart through your hands and repeat after me. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
We are all so blessed.
We are all so blessed.
We know, as we give, it comes back, multiplied abundantly. We are so blessed. And so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me.
Let's hear another song from Mandy Danzig.
Well, it's such a joy to be here, and I find myself wondering, what if my guitar were in a different tuning? I think that would be a good thing. So I'm gonna just shift a couple of things here. Taking it down a little step. Okay, I think we found it. So, I loved this theme today because what if is, I guess it's one of my favorite questions, and I haven't always answered it in the happy way first. And, as a trans person, you do have to ask yourself, what if? And a lot of times people talk about gender dysphoria, and what they don't talk about is gender euphoria. And the thing that motivates most of the people I've talked to just live authentically is joy, not distress. Relief from distress is nice, but joy is even more exciting. So also, just because of not coming out until much later in life, I didn't quite get the chance as a kid to imagine myself as a princess. And so I had some catching up to do with that. And then I started kind of also noticing that it seemed like their imagination, their what if was like, what if someone came along who was a better kisser and handsome and a prince? And I was like, well, I'm not sure that's really the what if I want. So that's where this song has 4 different princesses in it that you'll probably all recognize, and a what if. Told me spin this straw to gold. I did what I was told. Let the work of a man define me. I didn't know his name, but every time he came, I paid a price that stole my heart from me. And though I need his name to end this chapter, I'm listed only as a miller's daughter. Maybe if there was a name for me, I'd be free, 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 free to be. A witch's tower with no stairs, countless hours filled with tears. She used my hair as her way to this penthouse. Held me captive for a crime not committed in my time. A raided garden for my mother's big mouth. Although this time I have a name, it's only used to highlight shame. If it always gives them access to me, I'm not free. Each night I dream of poison apples and of me, served like a dish for all to sample. When will I be free? Free? When will spinning fiber into thread, I pricked my finger like they said, got stuck waiting for my Prince Charming. Might have been 100 years, I lay frozen in my fears, found an uninvited kiss alarming. But in my nightmares each time he claims me, I hear my heart speak a name more plainly. It was never his name I need. I'll leave behind an empty platter, tie my hair into my own ladder. The straws run to gold is me, so free. Free, free, goodness. Thank you.
What if I could play guitar like Mandy Danzig? Oh, Mandy, thanks so much. Just inspiring, wonderful music. And thank you, Reverend Cindy. Thank you so much. I find myself what-ifing too, and a lot of times toward the negative side. I love the idea. When we dream big, the triggers that come, that anxiety being a signal instead of a stopper, it's been a stopper way too much in my life. You know, that's just too big of a dream, or that's totally unrealistic. We argue with the conditions way too much. I do. Keeping it in that positive light, what-ifing toward the positive. Don't ruminate about the obstructions to your dreams. Keep it positive. Look for the signals that tell you things that you need to work on. Rick, listen to what I worry about, what causes me to stir up when I have those big dreams, because they can be worked on. We can have that vision of something, and knowing, I thought it was really important too, that we don't have to do the big dream all by ourselves. We don't. There's this wonderful sing-in. We didn't create it, and yet you guys are a part of making it happen. Having the big dream and knowing that you don't have to be the driver of it all the time. Yeah. Huge relief. Lots of things to announce. The self-mastery class that started last Thursday, there's still openings. Remember, you have some requirements to be able to take that class for credit, but I understand it's still available for anyone. It's 6:30 on Thursday nights. You can Zoom into that class. You can be here in person. You do have to register, but I assume there's ways to do that. Either show up or look on the website, though there's nothing on the website. Okay. Yeah, just, okay. So register, you can do that. Okay. Pre-register before you do that, but it should be a great class. Remember, after service today, there's our spiritual practice downstairs. If you want a prayer across the hall, practitioners are available. We have a key choir rehearsal today. So yeah, the choir is performing this month. I have plenty of music. Don't feel bad if you forgot your music. So that'll be right after the service, right here. Lots of things to look forward to. The monks coming on the 11th of March. Awesome. A lot of special things. Always something going on here. Remember the Food, Fun, and Friends. Percolate those ideas and get them on paper. It's a wonderful opportunity to do something good for the center, for ourselves, making new friends and connecting with them in different ways outside of this building, doing things that you love to do and sharing that. Win-win-win. Let's stand, everybody. Let's sing our closing song. Take these lyrics to light. Again, they're going to be up here on the screen, so you can sing them. It's called Stand Together. 1, 2, 3.
Something great is happening. Love has taken hold and it won't let go of us now. Something here is calling us forward, upward motion. We're drops in one ocean. Roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live your dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing to feel your passion blazing and shine. Paint with every vision and dance in new directions. Explode to new heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah, live your dream of the highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. One dream, one voice, one heart, one word. One dream, one voice, one heart, one word. One dream, one voice, one heart, one word. Yeah. Live your dream of the highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Share your dream of the highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh yeah. Let's stand together now.
Is it that way?